A truly thorough vacuuming is absolutely critical to a great carpet cleaning. Hey everyone, Meyer here, owner of Phenomenal Carpet Care up in Wisconsin. In today's video, I want to walk you through why I do believe that vacuuming or pre-vacuuming is such a critical piece to the carpet cleaning puzzle. And I also want to give you a couple of very basic tips that I use to get the most out of my carpet cleaning efforts. And while I do believe a CRB can be extremely valuable in a lot of different situations, for the purpose of this video, I'm going to focus on how to get the most out of your pre-vacuuming without such a tool. So with all that said, let's go ahead and talk about dirt. If you've been in the industry for any length of time, you've probably heard that 70 to 80% of soil that sits in a carpet is dry soil. That is soil that can be easily vacuumed out with a traditional vacuum. This soil includes gunk, junk, hair, grime, dirt particles, dust particles, skin particles, all sorts of crap that you don't want in your carpet. So it's really important that you do a good, proper pre-vacuuming to get that out of your client's carpet before you try to clean it. That was probably a bad idea. I'm going to get in trouble. So as I'm getting ready for the next shot, I thought I'd take a moment to give you sort of a visual of what we find in a typical carpet. Take a look at what I'm pulling out of this bag here. You've got hair, you've got sand, you've got micro sands, oil, skin particles, and all sorts of other disgusting things. And if you don't do a proper pre-vacuuming and you pre-spray that carpet, all that sand, grit, and grime is going to stick to the carpets, and you're not going to get nearly as much soil out, and you're really setting yourself up for failure. So with all of that said, here are my basic tips, very basic tips, for getting the best results you can from your pre-vacuuming. Again, this assumes that you're not using a CRB as part of your process. Tip number one is to definitely vacuum the edges. Most low-end cleaners will skip this step. It's a good way to separate yourself from the pack and add tremendous value to your service. Tip number two is that you can maintain a medium level speed in areas that don't receive a lot of traffic, but in high concentrated traffic lanes, such as coming out of a kitchen or in front of furniture like couches, you really want to slow down and allow the vacuum's beater bar to pulsate the fibers to help loosen the embedded soils. Tip number three is that in these areas of high concentrated embedded soils, vacuum from multiple directions. Doing so is going to allow the vacuum beater bar to attack the fibers from a different angle, and ultimately you'll get more soil out of your pre-vacuuming. And tip number four is that every once in a while you're going to run into a job that has an extreme amount of embedded soil. This could be hair, grime, sand, it could be everything. Oftentimes it's clients who don't vacuum very frequently. In these cases, it's really advantageous to have a CRB, but if you don't have one, you can aggressively pre-rake the carpet in those areas to really loosen up as much contaminants as possible, and then go back and do your normal slow vacuuming in that area. And you'll find that while it might not be as detailed as you might get if you had a CRB, in lieu of having one, this will do a great job of getting you the most amount of granule and other types of soil out of the carpet before you're cleaning. Ultimately, this is a method or a tip that I use consistently on those really nasty jobs to get the best out of my pre-vacuuming. Alright guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up this video. I hope you have received value from these very basic tips on how to get the most out of your pre-vacuuming. And to the new guys, let me say this. Every single one of us started at some place. Every single one of us didn't know everything we needed to know when we got there. We only learned what we learned by reaching out to those we trust, people we look up to get the advice we need to refine our processes, build our businesses, and reach our dreams. So if you have questions, feel free to reach out to me, to Damon, to other people you look up to get that critical information that you need to plug into your business and get where you want to be. All right, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.